And hello, and we are welcoming back to the Viking Cooking, aka Testing Differently, aka John Weston here. So, a couple of weeks ago, I was informed about a YouTuber, actually, believe him, a friend of mine, and now this guy that I have spoken to him in a way, and everyone that I speak to has kind of told this guy straight. It's time to set the record clear with this guy because we have on this channel at the moment the person that is being bullied by Monolith 64, and that is Zach D Productions. Hello, Zach, and welcome to the stream.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, do you want to tell us a bit more about the people about what's going on with this guy? Like, what's actually caused this? Like, obviously, you've told me, all right, and I've tried
Yes, I told
reasoning.
you. So, pretty much this all started all the way back in 2017 between me and Sean over belief differences. And now, bear in mind, I never had to say anything to him whenever I found his channel because, believe it or not, I was cool with him for about, I don't know, a month or two. So, it really wasn't, it didn't really take long for us to have a falling out, so our friendship didn't last that long. And I think right then and there, that was the get go that, like the friendship just wasn't going to work out. We just weren't going to be cool, but we should have just left it at that and went our own ways.
Right.
This drama should have stopped in 2018. So, because of, my belief in everything, and due to my Christian upbringing and everything, he's having goes at me because of that. And again, like none of this would have happened if he would have just kept his mouth shut
Of
because
course.
we exchanged social medias. I think Instagram it was. He followed me, I followed him on Instagram. So he goes through mine, and I guess he finds something that doesn't really float his boat, so to speak. He finds, things that he disagrees with. Now, also keep in mind, back in 2017, I am not the same man I was then. All right. I
Right.
have changed my mind on a lot of things since then. So if you want to have these goes at me because of my voting choices at the time or all this and that, it's all irrelevant. It's all irrelevant
Yeah.
now,
So
because
would I? Sorry to interrupt you, Zach
go
D.
ahead.
All right. So would I presume from what you're saying that this is mostly over your voting on who you voted and mostly on your belief as well?
Pretty much. But keep in
So
mind, I don't even vote anymore. Like I don't
okay.
lean any political party anymore. Nothing like that. So I don't understand what the issue is now.
Right. Okay. 1 second, Zach. Um,
You're
to
good.
my managing moderator, 505 Entertainment, Joseph. Yes, definitely block the M word. Um, block any words that are rude or offensive, all right? But if we get this Monolith 64 in here, please do not block him or hide him, all right? Just you are a
Yeah, because
managing
we
you are a managing moderator. Okay, you can pin comments, right? But I'm using StreamYard right now, so I can't pin them. So Zach, like in total, how long has this been going on?
8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, so almost a decade.
Right. No, Joseph, I do not want that word blocked, all right? But if it seems too rude or inappropriate, okay, ask me and I'll let you know. So, around about 8 years, this has been going on, and like we did a private stream yard, didn't we? And we did get to speak to this guy, didn't I? Yeah.
For a brief bit.
Obviously, the guy was trying to say that he had audio problems, which I do not believe one tiny little bit.
Yeah, I don't believe
Um,
that either. And he said he
I,
recorded it. He said
I,
he recorded you.
I honestly don't care whether Monolith 64 recorded me or not. Um, so I will say this about Monolith 64. Like, and I say it about everyone that I have problems with, okay? Like, be a man and not a mouse, all right? Because if you run away from a problem, that problem's just going to keep getting worse. You know, you're going to have more people going off at you. And now that I'm involved on this, I feel like people should rally around Zach D Productions because Monolith 64 is pushing the boat out. What was it he called me, Zach? What was
I
the word
forget.
what was it? A British tea drinking fuck buddy, wasn't it? Or a fuck tart. Something stupid like that.
I forget, to be honest with you.
Like, this guy, let me explain to you people, okay? To all my viewers, my fans, and to anyone who's watching, right? Monolith 64 was in our private StreamYard, and I got one of my close friends that I speak to almost every day to speak to him and say, listen, don't fuck around with John Weston. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that has lost everything in the past and is trying to rebuild his life. Don't push him too far. He's a good man. And you know, like whilst we're having a go at this Monolith 64, who I believe is called Sean,
Yes.
he decided to leave the StreamYard and be a little coward, basically. And that is why this stream is being done today. Because I do feel like Monolith 64 has something he needs to answer to.
Yeah.
Is
No.
being
No, but like I've tried be like even in more recent time, I've tried to be cool with him, but it's very hard to reason with him because I don't understand what it is about my beliefs that bother him so much because he wants to say that I'm just this hateful person. Oh, I'm such a
yeah,
bigot. Oh, I'm this and that. But it's like, when did I ever say I hated anybody? When
exactly.
did I
You
say
know.
that?
So I've just had a message come through from on Messenger. All right, and it is a message from my moderator. Okay, so he is seen a post done by Larry Cohut, the gay genital loser, which I do believe is either J Margera or one of his cronies. Um, like
Oh, well.
testing differently, aka John Weston doing coke. Well, do you know what, people? I'm not going to deny it. I am not going to deny
You're not going to
that
deny it.
I do a bit of cocaine every now and again. But let's face facts, okay? Everyone has their own demons. Me most of all. You know, I have experienced a lot in my life already. Now, this stream isn't about people putting respect on other people's names, okay? This stream is about trying to support someone that is being pestered and having a hate speech put on them by someone who is a complete and utter idiot. I do feel like everyone needs to rally around Zach D Productions because, like you've heard so far from Zach D Productions, okay, you know, this beef between Monolith 64 and Zach D Productions has been going on for about 8 years. It's mostly over belief and voting on the fact that, you know, Monolith 64 is an atheist by the sounds of it.
He is.
And he also didn't like who Zach voted for. Like, look, I'm going to say this to all of my viewers, to all the 7 people that are watching right now. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you like us or not. We are here on YouTube to release the content that makes us feel good about ourselves, the content that we feel like can help other people. And I have to state that Zach's content is brilliant. I've given Zach a few shout outs here on my channel. And I hope that Zach continues doing well with this channel. I really do, Zach. I really do
Oh,
hope you
I do
succeed.
appreciate that, Weston.
Um, However, I do feel like this Monolith 64 needs to be told straight. And the fact that he was kind of hiding behind messages and then came off the StreamYard because we were having a go at him.
Oh, I
Like
appreciate it, Joseph.
like it doesn't matter whether we were having a go at this Sean character or not. He deserved to be had a go at. He's been doing this shit for 8.5 years at the end of the day, or 8 years. And
Yeah,
it's time for this bullshit to stop. It really is. Because if it doesn't stop, I will honestly state that if it does not stop completely, all right, that we are going to have to go down some different routes about dealing with this. And those
I agree.
routes are not liked by anyone. All right. I am not threatening no one. I am not making no promises or anything. But Zach knows me well enough to know what I'm saying without me saying it. If
Right.
Monolith 64 continues harassing Zach D Productions in the way that he has been, all over some stupid shit, yeah, I will have no alternative other than to take things into my own hands. Whether that be legal or non-legal is none of anyone else's concern. I hope
Right.
that Monolith 64 decides to back off and just learn to have a little bit of respect for people, because the guy is an idiot. And I do feel like he should be told straight in a lot of people's channels that, listen, like, I don't know why you're having a go at Zach. Like, what? Over belief and fucking voting? Like, what an idiot. What an absolute knobhead. So I'm not going to make this live stream very long, people. Thank you
Yeah,
to
but I do
Joseph.
have more things I'd like to say.
Of course, by all means, feel
Yeah.
free. Just one
So
second, Zach.
one of the other things is too is how he claims that I'm weird and I'm so fascinating, which I don't understand where he's getting at with that. Like maybe like and not like, oh, he's a fan of me type of way. It's like he's fascinated by me because he thinks, I'm weird and that my community is weird. All my friends are weird. We're just the weird corner of YouTube. It's like, okay, like I don't know why you feel that way, first and foremost, because all we do is either make entertainment or talk and review entertainment. I don't
Exactly.
understand what's weird about that.
No, there's nothing weird about that at all, to be honest. And, like, what he has to realize, okay, is that not everyone is the same. We don't all like the same things.
Yeah, exactly.
And, this is a problem we had with a guy called Larry the Batman fan. All right.
Oh boy.
Some people are still having problems with him. I do believe he's not doing any drama content at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see on this one. Because
Oh,
obviously,
and by the
the,
way, if you want to trash on someone who you think is so overly religious and over the top with it, there's a guy for you right there, Larry.
well, I can't disagree with you on that one. Definitely not. I don't really want to go into the Larry situation at the moment, to be
I don't
honest.
either. I'm just saying.
But I would say that there are a lot of people out there that are probably going to watch this stream back, all right? And some of them are going to agree, some of them are not going to agree with what we've said. Some people are going to go against us, and I'm going to advise everyone very strongly, okay? And this is only my advice. You do not have to follow it if you do not want to, people. So, yeah. Please also like and subscribe. All right, we will be bringing you updates on how this this whole scenario turns out. We do also have a couple of live streams to do in the next couple of weeks. I will probably be doing a live stream in London. Okay. It will be an audio live stream. Okay. I have to go to a dentist to my first consultation to get my teeth x-rayed and everything to get measured out for new implants. So definitely keep up to date with what's going on with me. However, I do advise very strongly that if anyone knows this Monolith 64 and you have a little bit of self-respect for yourself and other people,
Yeah.
of respect for themselves and for other people, if they are friends with Monolith 64, I am going to urge you, if you are friends with this man, please try and help this guy see sense, because all he has done is bully and slate Zach D Productions off, and this is all over belief and voting, because he doesn't agree with the way Zach deals with stuff, and that is wrong. It is
Well, like
wrong.
I said, I don't even, when it comes to the whole political thing, I don't even lean where he thinks I lean anymore. So,
And this is where we have to get him to understand.
and he also
Zach,
needs to understand there's a massive difference between hate and disagreement. Like
exactly. And what he's doing to you is technically hate speech. Which, by the way, I'm going to state now, Zach D Productions, if this man does another video against you and he says anything bad about you, I am going to ask you to report him directly to the police.
Oh, I told him about that.
Okay, and report him for hate speech, because hate speech in America is against the law. All right, and he should be dealt with it in the correct way, because to be real, if I get my hands on the guy, it's not going to turn out very good, to be honest with you. And that's not a way I want to go. I'd rather get it all dealt with properly and above board. All right, but Monolith 64, this is a specific message for you. I know who you are. I know where you live. I am not threatening you. I will not turn up at your house. However, if you continue to harass Zach D Productions, I will have no choice other than to send the police to your door and have you put under investigation. I would like to make that very perfectly clear. If anyone wishes to go against me in any videos, please drop me the link in one of my other videos as a comment, and I will check your video out to see what you're saying. But if people are gonna sit there and slate each other off, at least do it fucking properly and actually have a reason to do so. Because I think Zach's getting pretty sick and tired of it. Zach has a lot to deal. Zach has a lot to deal with at the moment, and
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
the
people
other
are
thing.
a lot of
I got
people
a
are
lot.
trying.
That's the
A
other
lot of
thing
people
too. I got a lot going on in my personal life. So
exactly, and there is a lot of people trying to help Zach, specifically myself and a couple of others. Big shout out to Junebug Films as well. All right. Also, a big shout out to Joseph from 505 Entertainment. Much appreciated for you being a fan of mine. And a very, very big shout out to Zach D Productions for joining the live stream.
of course.
It takes a lot of, not courage, but understanding and sensibility to be able to come forward and say what's going on and say it truthfully from your heart and your soul. Because truth of the matter is, this Monolith 64 is pushing the boat out way too far. And this all needs to be crushed very, very soon because it's going too far. And
Yeah.
I do thank everyone for turning up. I really do. Much appreciated. If any of you are watching me right now and you have me on Messenger, please contact me after the stream, all right? And we'll have a good chat. Zach, is there anything else you would like to add? A specific message to Monolith 64 or anything without
Yeah,
being
of
rude?
course. I'm hoping that you keep this going for a little bit longer because there is a bit more that I would like to say. So,
Yeah, by all means. Please speak away.
okay, I want to ask you, Sean, why do you think, like, you act like I'm the only person on this platform or whatever that thinks the way I do. And look, I'm not even that extreme with my beliefs. You know, like me and Weston, for instance, we don't have the same spiritual beliefs, but we're cool. And
Exactly. I mean, I'm Viking, you're Christian. Who gives a shit?
exactly. And like, so it's like, and the other thing is too, is you don't come to me directly about anything. All you do is you make assumptions about me because, and I've told you this before, Sean, it's not that you hate me or what I believe. It's it's that you hate what the media is feeding into your mind about people like me. Instead of listening to what I have to say, you choose to be gullible and listen to what mainstream media or these social justice activists have to say about just normal folk like me, you know? And I'm not even right leaning, mind you. I would say these days I'm more in the middle. Like if you think that like all I do is complain about the left, I have my complaints about the right too. Now, granted, do I think one side is worse than the other? Absolutely. But, you know, as it stands, I have issues with both sides. So I don't understand what you're on about, unless you're just trolling or you just think it's funny. I don't know. I don't know what to think of all of that. But I just find it kind of interesting how you're the only person that seems to have these specific gripes with me. And if you really do think that I'm this horrible person, you think I'm this big problem, then just screw off. The block button exists for a reason.
Very true
And
indeed.
all of this should have ended in at least 2018. I mean, we've been doing this 8 years later. What's the excuse for that? So, I don't feel that I need to get the authorities just because, oh, this person doesn't like me, yada, yada, yada. A lot of the haters I have, they don't go the lengths that you go. And that's the difference between most of my other haters and you is you cross lines with me that you shouldn't cross. You think you have a license to do whatever you want, say whatever you want to me, about me, just because of my beliefs. Because in this society, these weirdos have enabled you to believe that it's okay to do that to people like me. And no, Sean, that is not okay. You're in the wrong, and you need to accept that not everyone is going to think the same way you do, believe what you believe. And like I said earlier, there's a massive difference between hate and disagreement. And again, when have I ever said that I hated anybody? You claim that I hate, oh, these groups of people, those groups of people. When have I ever said that? And also, when have I ever said, you know what, guys? Unless you think and look like me, we can't be cool. You act as if that's the mentality that I have, which is just silly. It's ridiculous.
It's just bollocks. That's what it is. It's bollocks.
So I'm wondering too, if I'm cool with everyone, and look, I try to be cool with everyone, regardless of who they are, you know, what they believe, what they look like. It doesn't matter. So here's my thing, right? If I try to be as cool as I can be with everyone, I don't understand what the issue is. Like, what is your problem with me? You know, if that's the mentality that I have. And the thing is too, is I have friends in every one of those groups that you claim that I hate.
That's a
So
very fair point. Very fair
make
point.
make it make sense. So if I really hated every single person in those groups, why would I be friends with people in those groups? It doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And you are absolutely correct on that, Zach, because if that's what this person is honestly saying, then I think they need to learn to grow up a bit, you know? Um, so, a girl that I've been speaking to, she has just commented,
Oh, okay. And
and
here's the problem too that I do want to add. I don't look, if you lean left, that's great. That's great that you do. I don't. But, this is my problem with people that are on the extreme far left
yeah,
is people like you think anything that's in opposition of that is is hate. Any belief that's in opposition of yours is just hate. You claim that, oh, I just don't want to see anyone being treated like crap, as you've been doing it to me
and do you
and
know what?
anybody that
Yeah,
thinks the same way I do.
do you know what, Zach? All right, I'm gonna interrupt you for a bit, all right?
Go
Because
ahead. Oh, thank you,
so
Ty.
I will state now, all right, that if anyone is because there's a person on my stream at the moment, right, and I am speaking to her. She's a lovely person. If anyone is disrespectful to Gabriella, all right, like Joseph, if anyone is disrespectful to Gabriella, block them immediately. All right. Hello, Ty. Welcome back. Welcome to
Yeah,
Junebug
what's
Films.
going
Big
on,
shout
Ty?
out to you. Um, I also wanted to give a big shout out to
Oh,
Gabriella, because Gabriella and me have been talking for a while now, and we
hey,
we help we actually help each other quite a lot with our issues, and she has been an absolutely wonderful friend to me. She really has. If it wasn't for Gabriella, I probably would still be a very angry human being. And I think thanks to her, I've learned to calm down a lot. And I think that's probably a reason why I'm very calm at the moment speaking about this Monolith 64. Because Monolith 64 is probably one of the most disrespectful idiots that I've ever come across. And I do feel like people need to get this guy to learn. Like, you are causing yourself a problem, Sean. You really are. You are going to cause yourself a problem. That means that I am going to get involved fully and I'm going to have to use your address. And I don't particularly want to have to use your address. I don't want to have a go at you, but you're making me want to go off at you. You are the one who is causing the issue here. And like Zach said, you know, if you feel like this is completely necessary, then keep going with it. Keep going with it, lad. But
yeah.
it's only going to end badly for you, right? I am coming to America next year, people, where I will be doing 3 live streams whilst I'm in America. Um, one of those live streams will probably be with Zach D Productions and Junebug Films. Hopefully, if
He
they
has
agree
the
to
link,
it.
by the way.
Who,
I
June?
sent you the link, Ty.
Oh, yeah, cool, cool. Um, Obviously, you can still use the link after I've ended the live stream as well. All right, Ty. Um, Look, I'm going to be honest here. All right, and I'm not being rude when I say this. Monolith 64 and Zach, I am not doxing him. All right, like
No,
I can't,
don't
I
dox
can't dox,
anyone.
I can't dox anyone. Yeah, because they've not given me their address. One of my good friends has. All right. So if people do know this Monolith 64, all right, and they can't, if nobody can get Sean of Monolith 64 to sort his bloody head out, I will be releasing his address publicly on a live stream and in a community post. And then we will see how well it goes for him. Because, Sean, you are pushing yourself way beyond your limits. You don't know who you're messing with. You really don't. You know, there's too many communities, all right, that are going to protect Zach. And you know, if you go up against me, you're just gonna have a bad time, all in all, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, you are gonna have a really bad time if you go up against me. I mean, a few people have gone up against me and they've learnt their lesson quickly, haven't they, Zach?
Yep.
You see what I mean? So let's clear this matter up once and for all. Okay.
Yeah. If
Like,
look, if anything, Sean, I just want to leave all of this behind us. You know, you not talk about me or you come up to me, because here's the thing. It's like I try to insult or try to reason with you, but all I hear is insults from you.
exactly. And do you know what? The guy insulted me as well. So, Sean, Monolith 64, let's clear this whole matter up now. Okay? You stop doing videos against Zach, and maybe you'll stop having people go off at you. All right? But if you do not desist immediately, all right, I will have no choice other than to leak your address all over the internet. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, everywhere. Even on Google Chat, I will be releasing it. So if you want to play games, let's play games. I'll make sure I tell everyone when I put your address up, do not touch this guy. Do not hurt him. That's not what he needs. That's not what you need, Sean. You don't need someone coming up to your house and battering you. What you need is a group of people outside your house slating you like you slated Zach. And that is what I will make happen if you continue this. So let's cross this problem now. Okay? You stop going off at Zach. All right? If you want to start going off at me, feel free, but you're going to have a lot of people going off at you for it. All right? I am not someone to fuck around with. All right? Like, I protect people for a reason. The reason for me protecting people is because of people like you. Maybe you need to grow up and have some fucking respect. Learn some respect and make your family proud of you. All right? Because I think your family would be pretty fucking devastated if they found out what you were doing. And if I have to make them aware of what you're doing, then so be it. You know what I mean? Anyway, I am going to end the stream in about the next 5 minutes. All right? And I just want to say a big shout out to everyone that has actually turned up. All right. You know, I want to say a big shout out to Joseph from 505 Entertainment, who is one of my managing moderators. Big shout out to Junebug Films, who is also a managing moderator. And also another big shout out to Zach D Productions, for turning up on the stream. It is very appreciated for you turning up and actually getting this type of thing off your chest. It really is appreciated, Zach.
Yeah, of
And
course.
I would ask that if another stream needs to be done against Monolith 64, that you come and join the panel again. All right. To anyone that actually has the link for this StreamYard that Zach has sent it to, like Junebug Films, please come and join the StreamYard afterwards for about 20 minutes and we'll all have a good natter. Yes, Joseph, and also a very, very heartfelt and heartwarming shout out to Gabriella, who is an absolute sweetheart. She really is. And I know that a lot of people have tried to say some things about her, but I'm not going to put up with that. You know, like she's been nothing but kind, sweet, and very caring. And although she has some problems herself in her life, you know, like I am trying to help her the best I can. She has blocked a load of people because those people do not like me, right? So she is no longer in contact with those people that seem to not like me. She has chosen that of her own free will. And I am so glad that she has. Because, to be honest, Gabriella, you are just absolutely amazing. You really are. You're such a little cutie. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've got this really sweet, innocent heart. And your jokes are quite funny too. Anyway, people, the stream is about to end. I would like to thank everyone again.
If I could say one last thing.
Of course, by all means, Zach.
All right. So, Sean, look, I've tried to reason with you, but I think it's best we just go off on our ways. And look, if you're wondering about something, about what I believe or what I think, dude, all you need to do is just come to me and ask. Just ask my opinion on what it is you think I have an issue with or whatever, you know? Like it's not hard, dude. Like all you have to do is just ask, how do you feel about this issue? How do you feel about that issue? And I will gladly give you an answer. Just don't make assumptions.
I'll give you a shout in about an hour or so. Right, let me just finish up what I'm doing and I'll give you a shout, broski. Big shout out to Dylan for turning up in the stream. Much appreciated, Dylan. Really is. I do actually know Dylan personally, and he's a really good lad. So thank you for turning up, Dylan. So, yeah, like Zach has said.
And I want anything that has to do with me deleted because I don't want any trace of your obsession.
So I'm gonna 1 second, Zach. I'm gonna state this. All right. I want don't get. All right, because technically you're demanding. All right. If you rephrase it to I would like, that might work better.
Okay,
so
sure.
Sean, I would honestly say that obviously if you don't want to delete it, fine. Yeah. But you don't need to be doing any more. You know, you really don't. You don't need to be doing any more of this bullshit. Okay. And if you continue with it, I will just keep on doing live streams and pulling Zach D Productions in here. And I will also have other people on the panel to say their piece on it. Because you have pushed people way too far and your reasons for going off at Zach are completely unnecessary and uncalled for. Right. And now it gets to the stage where I am now involved. And I shouldn't be involved in this, but I have had to get involved to help one of my friends. So, honestly.
Right. And, you know, there's just, especially at this point in time. There's no reason for you to be so invested in my life and what I do. Honest to God, I don't know what you find so fascinating about me, Sean. I really don't. But like, you mean to tell me that in the last 8 years you couldn't have found anyone else? You know, still the same guy from 2017.
Well, it's one of those things. You know what I mean? Like, this guy has to learn. Anyway, that is all from here,
Yeah,
us here at
I think I'll
Viking
leave it at
Cooking,
that.
aka. That is all from us here at Viking Cooking, aka Testing Differently, aka John Weston here. I would like to thank everyone for turning up. Much appreciated. Big shout out to Zach D for coming on the stream. Much appreciated for having you here, bro. It
Yeah, of
really
course.
is. Big shout out to Joseph from 505 Entertainment for as a standard and managing moderator for keeping the trolls at bay and also doing the rules and regulations for the stream. He is a valued member of the team here at Testing Differently. Big shout out to Junebug Films and also Gabriella. Also, big shout out to Dylan as well, one of my bros, who I will be giving a shout in a couple of hours or an hour, depending on how long my dinner takes to cook. Anyway,
Yeah.
people, that is all from us today, and I do hope that Monolith 64 learns by this live stream because, like I said, and like Zach has said, enough is enough. You know,
Exactly.
there is no way that you've not found anyone else to have a go at since 2017. So, Sean, let's try and cut this crap out because otherwise I'm just going to leak your address, mate. I don't care. What are you going to do to me? I'm in England, you're in America. Your government won't touch me. Anyway, people, that is all from us.
Yep.
If anyone has the link to this StreamYard, please, by all means, turn up. Thank you very much, everyone, and I hope you all have a very, very lovely day. And
Yep.
we shall see you all again very soon.
All right. See ya.